welcome to the first edition of Caltex Video Magazine. I'm your host, Gloria Barron. You may be wondering what we're all about. In the upcoming months, Caltex Video Magazine is going to be your pipeline to what's going on in this exciting, ever-changing, international company of ours. Chairman Pat Ward helps us chart the course in this new video venture.
We've done a lot of things to try to keep the people informed. We have things like brown bag lunches in Dallas. We have electronic messages that show up on your machine. We have lunches with the chairman. We have the Caltex newsletter that goes around the world. Today you're going to see something called Caltex Video Magazine. It's something new. We've never tried it before, but we're trying a lot of things that we never tried before. I've worked in this company a long time, and I know more about it now than I ever did. And I'd like to share that with all the other employees. You should look at this video and this magazine as yours.
A great example of how much we all rely on each other is a unique relationship we call the Power of Three. In May of this year, Caltex sponsored a business conference in Beijing, China, and for the first time unveiled the concept of the Power of Three. The power that can be brought to the petroleum industry by leveraging the common strengths of three major international companies. Pat Ward spoke to a conference attended by hundreds of senior Chinese officials and through simultaneous interpretation described the importance of strategic partnerships.
They're important because no one corporation alone is likely to be able to perform all its operational tasks, satisfy the growing needs of different customers, and stay innovative all by itself.
Customers, business associates, and venture participants in countries seeking a dependable supply of energy products are discovering how to raise their prospects by the power of three: Caltex, Texaco, and Chevron. As a result of this unique structure, Caltex can offer capabilities far beyond its own.
The many joint ventures between Caltex and other companies benefit not just from the Caltex partnership, but from the Chevron and Texaco partnership behind it. Three companies together reinforce the strengths of each one.
Caltex, Chevron, and Texaco have fashioned a unique relationship. In doing so, they've learned how to capitalize on their strengths to achieve more than any one company could achieve standing alone. This synergy, a proven reality, not a concept, is what has made them partners of choice for petroleum projects the world over. The international marketplace sets very high standards for our industry. One of the highest is the ISO 9000 certification. Let's go to Kimberly Boyce and find out more.
You may have heard about ISO 9000 in relation to manufacturing and industry, but not known what it really is. We recently spoke with John Quinn about the importance of ISO 9000 to Caltex.
ISO 9000 being implemented in every operating company, individually, at their own pace, to their own program, with the idea that eventually all our operations will be working to a system that is completely in harmony with the requirements of the ISO 9000 standard. And the operating companies set the same standard of assessment, whoever that supplier may be, whether it's a sister company, whether it's an affiliate, whether it's a parent, or whether it's a third party. The same ground rules, the same regulations apply. And they apply because ISO 9000 says that's the way you do it. You've got something which has got international acceptance, which has got international harmony, which has got international uniformity. And therefore, when you put in ISO 9000 systems, you see commonalities start to be built between one operating group and another. Operating companies have specifically asked for services company operations to be certified because this is part of the supplier relationship. We are a supplier to the operating companies. We supply them with expertise, with technology, with advice. We supply them with new products. We back and support all the work that they do to generate the revenues of the company. Because when the going gets rough, when the competition starts to mount, when things start to go apart in your marketplace, when predator competition comes in, What is going to hold us together, what is going to take us through all those difficulties, is how much teamwork and how much cohesion we have in each individual operating company. And ISO 9000 is the greatest catalyst for that.
Staying on top of the competition is a lot of hard work, and sometimes work can be, well, a little less than interesting. Not at Caltex, though, especially when the competition really heats up.
Haviland Formula 3 motor oil was launched March 17, 1994 at the Australian IndyCar Grand Prix at Surfers Paradise near Brisbane, Australia. Caltex employees and guests from around the world attended the race and a press conference introducing Haviland Formula 3 to the international marketplace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caltex are proud to announce the launch of Caltex Haviland Formula 3.
In addition to sponsoring the race in Brisbane, Caltex is a co-sponsor of 15 additional races in the IndyCar World Series, and the Caltex logo is seen on cars racing in the United States and Canada during the series. Don Ward, leader of the checkered flag team, which coordinated the product initiative, was impressed by the way the operating companies, which are independent entities, managed the same-day introduction of Haviland, which is now the best-selling motor oil in the world. This product is part of a long-term plan to expand Caltex's share of a rapidly growing market for passenger car motor oils. Caltex Haviland Formula 3 is sold in all major countries in which Caltex operates through Caltex retail outlets, repair shops, and other distribution channels. With its race sponsorship and world champion drivers as spokespeople, Caltex Haviland Formula 3 is positioned as a high-performance motor oil for the consumer market. Let's take a look at commercials produced for Formula 3.
Take a closer look at your motor oil, any motor oil. Make sure you're getting complete protection against starting friction, heat stress, and engine deposits. Introducing Haviland Formula 3 from Caltex. The same Haviland Formula 3 used in these cars. The same motor oil you can buy right off the shelf. Haviland Formula 3 from Caltex. Add more life to your car. Haviland Formula 3 motor oil protects some of the most sophisticated engines ever built. World champion drivers Nigel Mansell and Mario Andretti count on it. Haviland Formula 3 protects their cars against starting friction, heat stress, and engine deposits. Haviland Formula 3 from Caltex. The same motor oil you can buy right off the shelf for your car. Haviland Formula 3. Add more life to your car.
The pace was a lot slower on the recent inaugural drive down the North Community Road at the SPRC refinery at Maptafut, Thailand. But the journey was no less important for all of us at Caltex. Star Petroleum Refining Corporation is jointly owned, 64% by Caltex and 36% by the Petroleum Authority of Thailand. At the site, grading has been completed and the site turned over to JGC for construction of the refinery itself. In the harbor, primary dredging has been completed. Pilings will be driven and work should be completed by the subcontractor within 10 months. After that time, JGC will install loading arms, metering systems, and pipelines to offer a complete facility to berth ships and load and offload product. Construction progresses on the refinery's drainage system. Building also commenced on 6 storage tanks. Each tank will have a diameter of 93 meters and capacity of 750,000 barrels. The rainy season arrived a month early this year, slowing construction, but not significantly altering the schedule. Work on the administration building continues. The goal is to provide a home for the SPRC training school by September. In accordance with local beliefs, the site has been provided with a Hindu spirit house and, in a separate ceremony, a Buddhist blessing. Besides moving ahead with such major developments as the Star Petroleum Refining Company, we're striving to excel in the development of our people, too. Here are scenes from the Caltex Development Conference held in May. The conference is designed to discuss the future of Caltex and to prepare leaders for that future. 30 executives from 17 countries attended. Activities included visits to Texaco and Chevron facilities throughout the United States and tours of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All of our efforts are paying off for Caltex. Pat Ward recently presented a State of the Company address for the first half of this year.
The good news is that Caltex has its resources deployed right in the heart of this high-growth area. This is a big advantage over those companies only now wanting to test the waters of the Asia-Pacific.
Building on a very promising future, we've launched the Caltex International Marketing Center, an important global resource for our companies. CIMC offices in Caltex House in Singapore and will be active in the aspects of marketing, design, research, and advertising. Recognition for a job well done is something we all strive for. The Caltex Rewards and Recognition Program was developed by employees for employees to recognize outstanding performance in the Dallas office. It was launched on July 21st, the product of an almost 2-year effort by a total quality management focus team. The program empowers employees to nominate fellow employees for special recognition and monetary rewards for commendable performance. At the launch program, Caltex Chairman Patrick J. Ward addressed employees and participated in the award presentation to the first Stars of Caltex. Sometimes that recognition involves years of achievement on the job. It was a special evening in Dallas, Texas. Colleagues, board members, and family gathered for the retirement dinner of Caltex Vice Chairman Charles Boyce and his wife Jan. Chuck Boyce joined Caltex 8 years ago with previous career experience at Marathon and Gulf Oil. He is widely regarded for his contributions to the company. Jan Boyce was a founding sponsor of the Caltex Wives Committee, a networking and support group for company employees new to the Dallas area.
Knowing that we're going to go out in retirement with your good wishes is really going to make it very easy for us. So thank you, each and every one of you, for coming here tonight. You are special to us, and we hope to see you again in our next career. Thank you.
Chuck and Jan want to thank all their friends at Caltex for their support and company over the years. We wish them the best. Our last story features our oil spill response team. Caltex is sensitive to environmental issues. An excellent example is Rosert, the regional oil spill response team, which has been in effect for 8 years in the Southeast Asia region.
Caltex was instrumental in the development of the East Asia Response Limited, a facility jointly funded with Esso, British Petroleum, Shell, Mobil, and Broken Hill Proprietary of Australia. EARL, as it's known, is an emergency oil spill response center located in Singapore. It is staffed 24 hours a day and contains a stockpile of state-of-the-art spill response equipment that can be delivered anywhere in the Caltex world by EARL's C-130 aircraft. EARL also has a fleet of 3 quick-response vessels to cover the Malacca Straits. Rosert is evolving into Cosert, the Caltex Oil Spill Response Team. Cosert is a globalization of the Caltex emergency response concept. Senior individuals from all Caltex companies will meet for their first international session in Singapore this October.
That brings us to the end of the first edition of Caltex Video Magazine. In upcoming editions, we'll be looking at the many aspects of the Caltex experience. And tell us what you think. This is your company, your magazine, and we want to tell your story. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gloria Barron.